be doing that heel today. We're going to be going over that. And I know you want him to, of course, heel off leash, which is very important. However, I am going to use the leash with training in the beginning to help him understand that he needs to stay near me. And also, if he does get a little distracted by his surroundings, it's easier to keep him under control and to also kind of redirect his attention back up to me if he does get that tunnel vision going on, investigating something off in the corner of the room, what have you. So, when I do have the heel, command going on and I'm walking with him on the leash, I'm only going to be walking a few steps at a time. And when I do have him next to me and I start walking, I'm not going to keep the leash taut. I'm not going to pull it at all. I'm going to just have it behind my back, and that's going to be just so that he is able to focus on me instead of the fact that there's still a leash around his neck, because usually when you have it in the front, it's, you're holding it in your hand up like this. They can see it. They know it's there. They might be a little bit easier for them to focus on me instead of the leash with it behind my back in my hand. However, it will still help me if he does get a little distracted and decides to wander. Mr. Bo, now he hasn't had lunch yet, so he is hungry. This is a good time to start training with your puppy. As I'm sure you know, obviously he's a food lover, but because he is a little hungry right now, it really will help him to be focused on me because I do have some food in my hand. And when I do start to walk with him, like I said, it's only going to be a couple of steps. And when I do, I'm going to ask him to heel, and he's going to have his eyes on me. And I'm not going to really, push him too far. I really want to just go at his pace, do what's comfortable for him, so he can relate this to be a positive experience, I guess. All right. So, leash is on. There's a lot of noise outside. There's, people walking upstairs, all kinds of stuff going on. So, there are distractions around. And of course, in the real world, you do have a lot of distractions. So training only in a quiet room all the time might not be, the best thing. So occasionally we will take him out and, also introduce him to the other dogs and also try to have him focus on us while we are giving him commands. Okay. So Mr. Bo's ready. All right. So I do have food in my hand, like I said before. Going to have him in the heel position so he's not in front or behind me. He is perfect right up on the side. And when I do ask him to heel, I want to, make that a happy experience for him. I want to make sure that he knows that he's going to go somewhere. And the only way he can go there is when he's by my side. Okay, so like I said, leash is going to be behind my back. He's not focused on it. He knows that I'm up here. He doesn't have food. And just like I said, we're only going to do a couple of steps here. Okay? Okay, so when I go forward, I'm going to ask him to heel. So we're going to go heel, and then I will start walking a couple of steps, and then I'm going to stop, and I still will have my hand up like this. When it's like this, in this position, it's easier for them to, obviously they know that the treats are in your hand, but then they can look up at your eyes at the same time. Okay, so we're going to ask him to go into that nice heel position. He's going to be sitting first. Oh. Heel sit. Good. Good boy. All right, so we're going to start our heel walking. Bo. Heel. Good heel. Good heel, Bo. So like you saw, it was only a couple of steps. And, maybe he's a little weirded out by, this new way of walking, and he doesn't want to go forward, but, just a little tug on that leash helps bring him forward a little bit. He's ready to do some more healing. Very good. turn around again. Bring him right back into that heel position. Whoops. Almost got a freebie there. Bring him right back into that heel position. Up on the side. Sitting down. Sit. 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 Wait. Wait. Okay, so he's still in a really good heel position. Like I said, distractions are really good. You always want them to be tested. You want them to be distracted constantly. Remember, we're keeping our shoulders back. We're going to have this position. We're going to go like this when we ask him to heel. And then when we say heel, we're going to start walking briskly. And we're not going to let him get ahead of us, because if we do, that totally throws off the whole point of heel. So we're going to stop and turn right back around. So he's still going to be on the leash. He has no choice but to turn right back around with us, and then we can start again. So remember, we're not rewarding any behaviors that we don't want. So if he does go a little bit ahead of you, you're just going to ignore that. He's not going to get any attention, any affection, no, nothing. Okay, so we're sitting in the heel position. This is how we always want him to start. Ready, go. Heel. When we have him stop, he's usually sitting right in front. So we want him to stop in that heel position. So we're going to do it again. Sit. Ready? There you go. Heel. Heel. Good boy. Good boy. One more time, we're going to do it again. Yep. Good. That was very good. He got a little distracted, with the correction noise. That was good. I don't want him to, just bolt off or anything like that. Oh, he did. Okay, so we're going to do it again. It's going to be on the left-hand side still. Adjusting his leash. We're trying to make sure that it's still in the correct position behind the ears. If it's loose and it falls down and he still remains in the heel position, that's totally fine. We just don't want a lot of tension on the leash. Sit. Just sit. Sit. Good. All right, so we're going to do it one more time. He's focused on me. This is exactly what I want. Oh. Heel. Like I said, it might take a little bit. This is a really advanced command for a puppy, but it's never too early to start intensive training. All right, so we're going to start our heel again, just for a couple of steps here. Go heel. There we go. When he puts his booty down, we want to make sure that the only position he's in is in the heel position. So if he starts to do this and move around and stuff like that, you really got to make sure that when he actually sits his butt down, he goes right into that heel. Sit. Good. Sit. Go. Heel. Good boy. Good heel. Good heel. That was very good. Do it again. Again, we're going to make sure he's in that heel position. I'm sure you know. Good boy, Bo. And he is already doing very well, considering that he is such a young puppy, and you know, he has all of these things that he can explore and check out, and these different smells and sounds. But he does do a really, really great job. Even just focusing on me for that little bit there, just those few steps, does such a good job with that. And I definitely want to continue working on the heel with him, and eventually we will get off leash. The real test is around, you know, other dogs and people. Like you said, you want to take him to the beach. So when you do start off with him at the beach, again, you're going to do the same thing. If you have some treats with you, that always helps. In your hand, you're going to have Bo, just like we did here in the video. It's going to be on your left-hand side. You're going to have him in that heel position, and then just practice just a couple of steps at a time. And then increase it later when you feel comfortable that he does understand that heel means that we're going to go somewhere, but I can't go unless I'm next to mom's side. So I can't wait to work with him on this again. Mr. Bo, smarty pants over here. But we'll definitely work on it next time, and I can't wait to hear how he will be doing at home with this. So Nicole here with Rainbow. We've been going over the beginnings of heel, hopefully to be off leash in the future. Bye.